It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Friday morning and we're live, large and in charge on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, we're talking tech right now, of course, that's what it means when you hear that song. And whether you're ready for it or not, Facebook, through its other child company, Instagram, has launched a whole new social experience called Threads that, instead of promoting massive reach to thousands of people, now focuses on developing connections with your closest friends. And here to explain to us why this is relevant, why it's necessary, and to unpack this exciting advent in social media, of course, our friend Brian Smith. Good to have you back, man.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
I was just talking to you right now about, like, do we need another one? Like, I'm still trying to digest TikTok.
No, I'm struggling to manage Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Twitter,
it's a full-time job.
Wow. Snapchat is still there as well with their cool filters. But what is exactly Threads and how is it very different other than how I've just described it now?
So Threads from Instagram through Facebook is now, as you say, the newest social media network or social media service doing the rounds. And it's particularly interesting exactly how different this is. So what we've seen from Facebook is the idea of innovating through Instagram and developing features that sort of clone or mimic some of Snapchat's, for example, stories, filters, sharing, and then sort of regressing that back to the Facebook core app. So for example, now you can access stories directly from Facebook, as many people no doubt know. So Threads is somewhat of a different game, and essentially this is built around the idea of automatic sharing. So if you consider you log into Facebook, you create a status, an image, maybe upload a video, it's all quite calculated, you're choosing what to represent. Threads is more about the idea of automatic sharing, so you'll select a bunch of close friends. It's not really developed for the idea of sharing with the entire whole wide world, and automatically your smartphone will share things like your smartphone's battery life, your location, images you've taken, and deliberately and continuously share that to a bunch of close friends. So the idea is really around interfacing with each other's lives and developing really close personal connections.
Wow, that is absolutely, wow, okay, wow. So why do you think Facebook through Instagram would want to take this next level? Because it's almost like a filtration system. You go from like the wide berth that is Facebook into the Instagram, now it's Threads. Well, why would they do that?
That's precisely the answer. So if you consider Facebook as continuous...
Gosh, even that guy doesn't agree with it. He just bangs it like, I can't do this anymore!
Another one. So that's exactly, you've hit the nail on the head, is the idea of sort of filtering. So I think Facebook's more pivoting to the idea of Facebook, your sort of your graph, so to speak. So your sphere of influence will be your friends or your followers. Instagram is perhaps more for a personal brand, and then Threads is ideally more for sharing intimate and personal connections. And the idea really comes back to sort of harnessing some of the same features that we've seen on Snapchat. Facebook is kind of notorious for taking ideas from its competitors and making its own. Snapchat, other services like TikTok, which you mentioned just off air, are sort of heading in this direction, and Threads could be the experiment that sort of seeks to unravel and understand where social media will head next, and then what sort of features we'll see on the Facebook core platform, the core app, so to speak, in the next couple of months and years.
Quick question, have you read through the terms and conditions? So if I click yes, agree to all, is Facebook, or now Threads through Instagram by Facebook, now taking more of my information that is now personal to me, because now it's an immediate automatic sharing of every... Is that what they're doing now?
Absolutely. So all of Facebook's core apps, whether it be WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, now Threads, all share the same data and services, so it's always worthwhile to consider that whatever you upload essentially will be stored and analyzed, and then parts of that will be anonymized, so not necessarily your personal contactable information, but that is shared with advertisers. That, again, which is the way you see ads deployed.
Yeah, because now it's really starting to build that profile of you now from every angle.
Absolutely, and the next step in sort of doing that is through Threads, the idea of continuous sharing, where instead of you manually updating parts of your life, your phone will continuously do that for you. So the benefit to you is sharing with your friends and family. The benefit to social media companies is having greater insight about who you are to show you more relevant ads.
Brian, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you very
Always
much.
good to have you here. Well, let us know. What do you think? Are you going to be a threader? Threader. Anyway, if you want to find out more information about all the latest news from the world of technology, go to bandwidthblog.com.